Hi, happy 2025. I feel like I needed to do a quick introduction to this video to kind of explain to you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So here's the deal. Sometimes when I practice or I get inspiration, I sit in front of the computer and I do like a channeling or a trance channeling and just see what spirit has to say. Well, that's exactly what I was doing about the energies at the beginning of this year and the Schumann resonance and the spikes and what is gonna like how it's going to affect our bodies. And so I was recording it because I also asked some personal questions as well. And then when I finished, I was like reviewing the information that I got through this channeling over the next couple days, and I decided, you know what? I bet other people would like this information as well because it was really helpful and it was really informative. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that video of my practice channeling session and you'll see me, and that's why I'm like halfway in trance and halfway out. When I do it by myself and I don't have someone asking me questions, then I don't go like fully into trance so that I can like pop out. So my consciousness is there and then it's like divine director talking through me. So that's what you're gonna see. But I really feel like that the message is good, and I hope that you get a lot out of it. So enjoy. Hi, this is me, the answer, and I'm recording a quick message. I'm just following the intuition that told me to come in front of the computer right now, and I pulled a card and who I should channel right now, and I pulled the divine director. It's interesting how that won't focus, huh? Can you see the divine director? Maybe there's a filter on or something that I need to change, but his card says trust the process. I've talked to divine director a little bit, but not very much. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into a little bit of a trance and see what the divine director has to say to us. So I'm just calling in his energy right now. Divine director, please step forward. I'm calling you forward. Divine director, I am the divine. I was wondering when you were going to sit down and actually connect with me, for I am here. I am witnessing and observing everything that is taking place on this planet at this time. And you can call me a director. However, I do not intervene in the ongoings of is taking place on the planet. I simply watch and maybe orchestrate here and there. However, as the divine director, it is my job to oversee the spiritual awakening of those who are on the planet and who are open to receive the messages from the beings that are sent here to assist and guide them along their path and their journey. However, we do not hold the strings like a puppet. You are free to make your own decisions and decide to sit down and connect with us. Although I am always here, I am always a part of everything. As you could see, there's a matrix being shown to your eyes, a computer code, as you will, but instead of ones and zeros, there are symbols. There are archaic symbols that exist within the universe to connect one dimension to another, and you can tell it is laid like a curtain around the planet, and the curtain may have places where it is thinner than others, and those who are willing to step up to the curtain may see beyond what the curtain holds, to go backstage, if you will, to this performance as it unfolds on the earth at this time. I am pleased that you are one that has stepped forward to the curtain and asked to see backstage. Understand that there's very much more to this life and experience than you tend to realize at this time, as is the design. Know that everything is in perfect order, perfectly orchestrated. as I assist the creator beings of this planet into making a full experience as to they are the director, they are the ones who are able to put forth a performance that is pleasing unto the growth of their soul. That is why, if you look, I am the divine director, divine in rights of the Christ consciousness on this planet, the creator of all beings, the creator, the I am being that comes across and envelops the universe and multiverse and quantum verse. There are not words yet to explain what this creator force does. However, it holds everything in place in divine order. As I am the divine conductor, similar to a symphony of sounds and vibrations and music, that I may direct to emphasize the crescendos, the staccatos, and the music of the life that you live, which will have the ups and downs, the rises and falls of the music of the tapestry of your life. That is where I come into play. Do you have a question for me? Hmm. That was a really cool explanation. Thank you, Divine Director. Oh my gosh. As I opened my eyes and look at there's like light codes, kind of like what he was showing me coming down, like the Matrix. And there's kind of symbols. That's kind of what he was showing me in my mind. This is the tapestry of our life. That was beautiful. Yes, I do have a question that I would like to ask you. The Schumann resonance is off the charts today. It looks like that there is white lines, and everybody is feeling affected and not able to sleep. And could you just comment on that? There's only so much that is allowed for the public to see, my dear. And as you know, these instruments can only handle so much energy that is coming onto the earth at this time, and therefore they will almost black out or white out, as you say, as the energy increases. It pings to the utmost of the instruments that are released at this time. However, there are instruments on the earth that are able to recognize the gamma waves that are coming onto the earth, the waves of energy that are so intense that it will simultaneously raise the vibration of the earth to its core. The core is where it begins, and the core, as you know, will radiate the love light from the divine matrix from out of the core, and it will reflect back from the sun as it radiates onto the surface. And as these two meet, it creates what looks like a white sphere, but what it is the joining of the as above, so below thoughts that you have a consciousness of. People have tapped into this as above, so below, the earth connecting with the rays from the sun and the solar flares onto the planet, which will radiate as white lights, meeting in divine union. And this energy that is released is raising the consciousness of all those on this planet, to include the plants, the animals, the sea life, the water, the rocks, the minerals. Everything that you see in this version of reality that you live is being affected by these energies that are released. It is the transformation from 3D to 4D, and you are currently in a 4D reality, which means you are ever evolving faster and faster, as you will see this frequency is evolving you into a time wave experience, a continuum, as you will, which will shine the light of those who cannot absorb, and those who cannot change frequencies will become even more obvious to you as you have accepted and allowed the light to penetrate into your heart chakra, where your divine spark lives. And there is nothing that is right or wrong with this light and the evolution of your planet, for you understand there is a spectrum of knowledge and consciousness that needs to be allowed and that needs to be present in order for learning experiences to take place. If everyone was on the same plane, then the learning would cease to exist and you would stay stagnant. So this is a divine timing, a divine order of those who are able to accept the light into their divine spark of their heart, and those who are unable to absorb the light into their being. It is all a calling of a higher purpose to keep the earth in balance. If you understand the balance of all things, then you know that everybody cannot be the same. Everyone has to bring their unique vibration so that the scale will not tip. Do you understand? Does this answer your question? Yes, that was really cool. I never thought about that. As above, so below. And it's joining to make this white spike. It's joining to make this white spike. Is there any message that you have for us at this time? Any message that you um have at this time, Divine Director? So for some reason, I'm not really like trans channeling him anymore. He's just kind of giving me images in my head. Maybe my energy isn't to where I can trans. Um, but he's telling me that, like, you don't need to get so hung up on right and wrong. Like, there is no right and wrong. Like, there literally is no right and wrong. And if you're trying to, just need to look at your ego and realize that's your ego talking, because your like ego wants to be right. Your ego wants to be right. And so in this experience that you've created, um you want to be at the head of the class. He said it's just natural for your human mind to always want to be like in first place, and not understanding the beauty and the lessons that are there for you if you finish in the last place. And he says in reality the person who came in last place got more of a lesson than the person who finished in first place. And so that's how you need to look at things as they approach you, is just with so much gratitude and love for what is taking place, and understand that everything that comes along your path, it's because you have called that experience forth. And right now, there's gonna be he's showing me, like, there could be different experiences that need to be worked through, and that's what's happening right now, like, different experiences are being attracted to us that we haven't worked through, and so he's like, "So you don't have any regrets because we're evolving so fast, um, that it's like there's these little loose threads on the sweaters that it's like if we just knit right past the sweater in our tapestry of life, and then we get to the other side and be like, oh, if I would have just cleared this one knot in the middle of that sweater, it would have been so much better instead of having to wait until next time. So it's almost like he's saying people on earth consider it almost like clearing karma, but it's just trying to be the most efficient way to evolve, is to have the strength to confront the issues that come at us head on. And so that's what he's encouraging us to do, is look for those opportunities of where we come in last place, and be grateful for it, because that doesn't happen everywhere. What does that even mean? It's like, on whose scale are you using? Like, whose scale is saying who's first place and who's last place? The scale doesn't exist. And so once we can get past that issue of thinking that there's some kind of scale that we need to be measured on, then that will, he's saying release our ego and let our he's saying like free our ego to be who we really are. Because there is no scale to be judged on. Um, yeah. Yeah, he's like, he's like saying that's an old trap. That's old way of thinking. That's an old trap that we need to release at this time. So, okay, thank you. That was really good. I think that that's something that I can definitely work on. So I appreciate that. Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and close this channeling session. Thank you, Divine Director. Bye. Love you. So what did you think of that channeling? I wanted to pop back in after it was over just to kind of give you an idea of the concepts that I felt and experienced when it was over. The main concept is number one, remove your judgment of the experiences that you're having and remove the pressure on yourself to perform in a certain way that is considered like the best. And I'm pretty sure that message was for me. But I am thinking, you know what? I bet other people could use that advice as well. So I felt like that was really important. But the second part that I really wanted to discuss is when he was showing me that these energies that are coming onto Earth are like the sweater. And what I've noticed around me since I've recorded this just a few days ago is that a lot of people are having triggers come up in their life. And the triggers are like your normal response is just to suppress that and, go along like everything is okay. And he's asking you, don't suppress it, don't ignore it. Take just half a second, look at why you're feeling that way, see if there's something that you can resolve in your childhood, in your past, to give yourself more of a neutral perspective on it. And hopefully, so the next time that it comes up, it won't trigger again, because it's like a snag in the sweater of your life, if that makes sense. I know a lot of times I get information through images or stories, and so I do the best that I can to explain it in my terms, and that's why when I give these analogies or these stories, sometimes it comes through like that. So if you're noticing that you are triggered lately, or that there are things that are just really bothering you, it's on purpose. It's literally giving you the chance to look at it and resolve it in this lifetime, in this moment, in this moment. I love that I said in this moment. And so that you don't keep going forward with this, snag in your sweater. And I hope that that resonates with you. Let me know. Let me know if you're experiencing this. We're all doing this life together. And boy, oh boy, is it a doozy, especially this beginning of 2025. And look at those things that are setting you off as an opportunity to get more growth into this coming year. And so that we can all go forward and look at things from a higher perspective and evolve through this, whether we win or lose. That's the beauty. Like, we're having an experience, and sometimes the experience requires you to lose. That's just part of it. Isn't that strange to think about? But it's life, right? So let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you on the next video. If you like these on the fly channelings, let me know. I'll share more of my practice sessions. And let me know also in the comments what kind of content you want to see from me, or if there's someone specifically that you want me to channel. And I hope that you have a wonderful year, and I'll talk to you soon.